Hello everyone, right now we're going to be doing an incredibly cool game called Intrepid Izzy for Dreamcast. It shows that the system has truly never died. We have such games as Gunlord, Volgar, and of course Stormwind. These are all incredible games which truly show the system has defined itself for decades and eons past this. We'll probably have Dreamcast games for the next 100 years. It's never going to go away. It's never going to go out of style. But I played on the original Dreamcast many games such as Making X, Gauntlet Legends, even like Demolition Racer, and I love, of course, stuff like Phantasy Star Online V1 and V2, which I did Codebreaker stuff for back in the day. Let's check this awesomeness out here. And let's also talk about stuff for streaming services. Right now, I'm watching Season 3 of Creepshow on Shudder, and very, very fun stuff. I love the original Season 1 and 2, and even the motion comic standalone holiday-style special. That was interesting as well, but I kind of feel that they were trying to get the license for like Tales from the Crypt, but they were unable to. But they got Creepshow instead. It still works out, and some of the stories are very, very ingenious. One of my favorite stories is from like one of the earlier seasons, where these people find a guy, a little minor spoiler alert, in a suitcase, and they quickly find out soon after that if they hurt the man, money shoots out of the suitcase. So of course, what do they do? It's a morality complex. Do you want to torture and hurt this person to get money out of it? Or do you want to basically try to rescue the guy? And there's another movie that's a little bit similar in concept to that called The Brass Teapot, which is almost like a turn on its head, genie-style movie, where they find a teapot, and anybody within the vicinity, while they're holding the teapot who gets hurt, they get more and more money as the injuries transgress and such. But the problem is, say for instance you stub your toe once, you might get like $5, but then you do it a second time, you get less and less. So, of course, it turns out to almost like brutality proportions by the end of the movie. It's a very, very cool dark comedy. So again, The Man in the Suitcase episode of Creepshow and Brass Teapot for very, very interesting stuff. And if you want other Halloween stuff to watch, something that's very, very creepy, and yes, legitimately creepy, is Creep 1 and 2. Both interesting movies. They should both be on Netflix, and they definitely stick with you as far as like found footage style creepiness. Okay, and as far as Metroidvania is concerned, my first example of this would be like Metroid way, way back, which I used the Black Player's Guide from 1987 to get through. And of course, there's that rumor that you could have Samus Aran be like naked if you kept beating it. But I'm not going to say much about what happens, but many of us back then, just like the tree fatality in Mortal Kombat, which never really happened. That would have been great if they finally did it. It's almost like an Easter egg homage in later things. But again, stuff like Creepshow Season 1, 2, and 3, with the Man in Suitcase episode. And I'm watching like the latest Season 3, which has some very, very interesting episodes. It has like one, almost like Prestige style, which had like Hugh Jackman and such, where they're like competing. They have the best secrets, but in this case, a guy is a collector of like movie memorabilia, because while actors eventually pass away, memorabilia never does. And they have stuff such as like from Indiana Jones, Phantasm, etc. And it's a very, very cool play on twisty episodes there. And I'm probably going to watch M. Night Shyamalan's latest movie called Old as well. Initially it had some bad reviews. I wasn't sure what to expect with it, but I like the concept. A little bit of a minor spoiler, where people basically are on the island and they find out, or whatever area they're in, they find out that time passes much, much faster. And I've seen stuff like this in a certain Christopher Nolan movie as well, and it's kind of interesting seeing how they parlay this into this. Oh, we have a key to open the door there. Where do we go? Where do we go? And as far as like the little Street Fighter motion, I'm able to do like down forward and do like a Hadouken motion. And Spaceship Yamato from like 1979 or whatever is like the inspiration for original Street Fighter move. Okay, we have 2 hearts here. We have some Street Fighter mojo here. Bam. Can we take this guy out so he's not going to bother us later on? Bam, uppercut. That's just holding up, punching the attack button. Here's where we get our mojo from. What's this guy say? Poor guy, there's not much left of him but bones. What does his map say? These are the goals here. And it's very, very interesting. Like, the original Metroid game didn't really have a map, so I used, like, the Black Player's Guide for it. But then you have, like, 3DS, and even games like Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask have maps now, truly, like, adding to the element of making the game more approachable by the masses. And I still need to play Majora's Mask. I've never actually played it yet. I still have a still copy of it for 3DS. Okay, we got a little bit of enemy thing here. Bam. Okay, we're going to beat the stage here, and they did an incredible job on this entire game. The Good Boy Galaxy was another fun Metroidvania style game I played recently. But I also love Henry Hatsworth, which is like a slash puzzler MetroidVania game on DS. And what would you say the best puzzle style game is? I mean, I would say like Luminous on PSP, which is one of the reasons I got the PSP. My friend told me that if I got a PSP, he would buy me Luminous in another game, and of course that got me in. It was clickbait that actually worked, and I don't regret my PSP for a moment. There are so many awesome games on there, including like 2 amazing God of War games. And luckily they put those on the PS3 later on, with the upscale graphics and better frame rate and such. Okay, we got our key to open door here. We should be nearing the boss battle here. And they got some other fun fan service here. Like even like you go back to like Appaloosa, who made like the Contra Legacy Award and such. Even though the games weren't really critically well received, they were still fun. They had like homages to old. Here's the other thing about this game: you have infinity continues as far as like lives are concerned, so you don't have to worry about running out of lives. But Legacy of War actually had like a mini arcade you could go to and play like classic Contra and such, and that was cool stuff. Oh jeez, oh no, we can do this. We need more energy to open the doors. Bam, 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 bam. What was your favorite Dreamcast game of all time? I remember actually getting a Dreamcast and getting games for it a week before the system even came out. I think we're on a boss battle here, and we're gonna do what we call Slingshot TurboBoost here. Watch very, very carefully. Some games might have a little bit of stuttering as far as like the music and video are concerned. What you can do in the cases of these games with the very, very next update is go to quick menu options and watch very, very carefully here. I have frame skip set to 0 right now, but what I'm going to do is actually set it to 6. And again, we're going to go to 0 as like the curve line here. Then we're going to go up to 6 and resume the game for a moment here. I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's going to be very, very choppy. That's what frame skip usually does. It's very, very choppy. It's not like smart frame skip like my recent May 2003 Extreme update. But we're doing a slingshot where we're essentially holding back the rubber band here and then go kapow. And now we're going to basically go in options here. And we're going to set it to 1. We can do 0, 1, or 2. It's actually going to be faster than it was originally because of the way the slingshot performance adjustment works. We're going to set to 1 right now and go back to resume. And it's going to run without having stutter and sound and such, which it did have in my initial test. Some homebrew games are unfortunately like this. But check it out here. It's running very, very nice here. Indeed. Oh no, let's see if we can take out this boss battle with the final heart here. Okay, we got to dodge things here. I'll do it on a second time's the charm here if I fail at this. Whoa. Oh no. Okay, we'll do it on a second time here. But very, very cool. It reminds me of like some of the classic, should we say like JavaScript style games, Flash Adobe games. Love those type of games, that animation style. Okay, we got 3 hearts here. Let's try not to fail this time. No music for you, tiny human. And how many remember that, like, Harmony Rhapsody, whatever RPG they had on the original PS1? That was a cool as hell game. Oh, come on. Down to 2 hearts. Bam, bam, bam. And I also like playing X-Men Mutant Apocalypse for SNES, which is also made by Capcom. And it also has the very, very cool stuff as far as, like, doing Street Fighter moves. Like, Hadouken and all that. Let's try not to fail this time. 3rd time's the charm if I fail, though. Okay, can we do a Hadouken? Ooh. There we go, Hadouken. Hadouken! Okay, we got this. Oh yeah, also reminds me a little bit of like Beautiful Joe. Beautiful Joe is an incredible game. Oh, no, no, no! Okay, 3rd time's the charm there. Let's not miss the rolling vegetable next time. We got this. But again, be sure to let me know what you're watching on your streaming services. And one dude on my YouTube comments was asking, what action or adventure movie should I watch? I'm going to recommend one on Tubi right now called Shoot 'Em Up with Clive Owen. It's a great, great movie. It came out before John Wick, and actually is a lot like John Wick. Other fast-paced, frenetic action movies would be like Crank 1 and 2 with Jason Statham. And of course, Raid and Raid 2 Redemption, which is a great, great set of movies as well. We're going to do this boss this time. I'm going to show you something very, very cool, which is a little bit like Contra Legacy of War, as soon as I beat this boss. Yeah, we got it this time. And again, it's a little bit like Axiom Verge, where you literally can master the boss patterns and get through them. If you just try like mashing away, you're not going to be able to make it. Even like Mega Man and such, you need to get the boss patterns down. And Ninja Game's another game like that. And I still need to play the Deadpool NES hack, which is very, very cool hack. I mean, it feels like a whole new game. Kind of like the Metroid games that have been like that in the Zelda games. I mean, have you ever played like a hack that is actually almost like a redefined game with the way it works out? And of course we have the Castlevania 2, which has like some of the fixes to the game as well. As far as like the transitions from nighttime to daytime. Remember how that used to take forever? As far as like you could actually skip clues that tell you how to like I'm gonna say like spoiler alert, you never literally had to have Nintendo Power or call the 1-800 tip line to know about what to do with the red crystal. But when you get into like one of the town hidden walls, it would actually tell you what to do with the crystal in vague terms. But if you click the wrong button, you could skip the message. Whereas like the nighttime, daytime transitions, it would just go tediously and you'd be stuck with that. But the fixed up version, heck, of Castlevania 2 didn't have that problem. I mean, you could literally like have it fixed where you could skip it right away. Okay, let's go into this little town hub here. And there's a very, very cool thing to add here. We'll see in a moment here. But again, we're doing Slingshot TurboBoost. You want to make sure it's at 0 first, then go up to the highest number, which would be 6, and then go back to 0, 1, or 2. It'll be faster. Okay, in Little Town here. Okay, I think the arcade was up this way. There we go. And we're going to do a little bit. We can do Plurg, Ultra Bazoop, and 3D Will. And these are all like based off of like well-known games. 3D Will is like a hang-on style game. And we're going to do Plurg right now. Insert coin, and let's see what our high score could be. Okay, we're going to try to beat 201 here. Okay, and when you try this out, let me know what your high score is. And again, this is going to be working great at the very next update. This game, Intrepid Izzy, as well as, of course, the awesomeness of Slingshot TurboBoost. But for right now, try Goodbye Galaxy on the Mod Hub, which is a Mega Drive game. Great, great game. Check it out for sure. Oh yeah, should we say not Mega Drive game? Game Boy Advance game. Sorry about that. I was thinking about Mega Drive because I did some updates to Mega Drive as well. As far as like Pico Drive and having better 32X. And stuff like even Primal Rage is going to run better. Oh great, we need to be 201 here. Can we do it? I love these type of games. Twin Stick Shooters! Whoa, 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 whoa! Feels like Nicolas Cage in that one movie where we're taking on like Chuck E. Cheese, Five Nights at Freddy's type characters. Oh, we can do 201. We can do this. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this off. Just 201 is all I need. I've always played stuff like Robotron and all that, so I think 201 is going to be fairly accessible goal here. 201 is all I need. Oh, I got 209. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed it.